Hello everyone, welcome to the Strategy Meeples YouTube channel. I'm Kapil and today we are playing a game of Spirit Island and we'll be playing Eyes Watch from the Trees. So this is a spirit that came out in the Horizons expansion and it's a really cool defensive spirit. So if we look at the reverse side of the panel, we can see that this spirit is high in defense, high in fear, moderate control, and then low offense and even low utility. And today we are playing a game against Brandenburg, Prussia level 6. So I've already set up the board. I haven't done the starting explore. So let's do that. Okay. So let's set up our starting two presents on the board. So if we look at the setup, it says put 2 on your starting board in the highest numbered jungles. You start with 4 uniques and 0 energy. So 2 presents in the highest numbered jungles, okay? So this is board number B, island number B that we have picked. So the highest numbered jungle would be this land at the top, land number 8. So we start the game with a sacred site. Okay, and let's look at the starting explore. So mountains and jungles, okay. I think jungles is good for us because we already have presence in the land. Land number 2 is looking hard for me to defend, and land number 4 we kind of want to prioritize because it already has a blight. So let's see how we'll approach this matchup. Brandenburg, Prussia, just to go over at a high level, has no additional loss condition, and since we are playing at level 6, it's basically just going to like speed up the game for us. So yeah, we are playing at level 6. So if we see, the fear deck is going to be harder to get through and it's going to be a lot shorter game because there's no stage 1 cards. We start the game with a stage 3, then there's 3 stage 2s and then 4 stage 3s. And the escalation is whenever a stage 2 card comes up, we need to add a town or city. On a board with towns or cities, add a town to a land without towns. Okay, so basically we just want to play as consistently and as accurately as we can because we won't have a lot of time to make mistakes and recover from them. And yeah, let's get into it. So the strategy that I want to go for, so I actually watched one of Red Revenge's videos on Eyes. So he has this opening where he rushes down the bottom track, goes all the way up till 4 plays and just plays minor cards. So that's the opening I want to try out this game. So shout out to Red Revenge for making that video and for all the other content that he has put up. Okay, so we did the starting explore. Let's advance. So we are in the growth phase. So this turn, if I remember that opening, it's turn 1, you basically do G3. And then we'll be getting a power card, but the card we want to play this turn is Mysterious Abductions and we put a presence from the bottom track. Mysterious Abductions because it stops a build for us. It's a range 0, 1 fear, 1 damage. So this presence needs to go in a land up to 3 away actually, okay? And then we can gain a power card and gain an energy. So in this case, I'm actually going to prioritize putting this presence in land number 4 just because it already has a blight, so I don't want to worry about that. Plus it gives me connection to all 3 coastal lands on this board. So that's where I'll put the presence. Let's gain a power card, so let's go for a minor. Okay, so what type of elements is ICE looking for? ICE is looking for moon and plant mainly. And then for the higher level of its innate mischief and sabotage, you need some air too. So basically moon, air, plant. So this has moon and plant, and it's a 0 cost, so that's great. Savage Maw Beasts is off element for us. Song of Sanctity it has the plant, but it's also 1 energy. We want to see if we can get 0 energy cards, and this one is fine, but it's very restrictive. Like target land needs to have blight, and so yeah, I don't think we want to go for that. So we are going to pick Shadows of the Burning Forest. It's on element, plus it's 0 cost, so that is great. And that would mean that we can actually play at this turn, because if you see the requirements of target land is mountain or jungle, push 1 explorer or town, so that can help us control the Ravage in land number 7. So I'm going to go for that. So we have 2 card plays. These are the 2 cards that I want to play this turn. So let's gain energy, pay for it. And yeah, basically we go into the fast power phase. So fast power phase, Mysterious Abductions. So that's 1 fear. And then 1 damage in a land where I have presence. So 1 damage in that land. Okay. And we have... Actually, we do have this, our innate. So it says 1 fear and then defend 2. So I'm going to get that 1 fear. And it's from, targeting is from a sacred site. So we want to see... Unfortunately, the Dahan placement on this board isn't ideal. Like there's this lone Dahan all the way on the coast. Kind of wanted that Dahan closer to the mountain so that I could defend it. So in this case, actually, I don't think I want to pull a Dahan. So if you look at the special rule for eyes, it says Dahan trusts the watchers. So after a power of yours adds defend to a single land, gather up to 1 Dahan in that land. So gather up to 1 means that it's up to 1, but we can also gather 0. I could gather the Dahan into 8. You know what? Let's try and get this Dahan closer to the inland. So I'm just going to do that defend in 6 and then gather that Dahan into 6. So 1 fear and defend 2. Okay. And the targeting is target land needs to have invaders. That's important. So this land does have an invader. Okay, so we used all our fast powers. So let's go to the invader phase. So it's not blighted. The first event card is skipped. And then no fear, no ravage. So we build in the mountains and jungle. So disease goes away. This land builds a town and this land builds a town. Okay. And let's see what the next explore is. So next explore is sands with escalation. So on each board with towns or cities, add 1 town to a land without towns. So let's escalate into our coastal land number 2. And then sands explore. Okay, I like that this explore happened in a land with beasts, so maybe that the next event could help us out. And this land already has 2 Dahan, so that's also good. So yeah, with that, we go on to the slow power phase. So now we have this card, Shadows of the Burning Forest. And it says 2 fear. And then if target land is mountain or jungles, push 1 explorer and 1 town. Oh, we get to push both of them. Okay. That is cool. Where do we want to push it though? So next turn I'm planning to play like all 3 cards. So we'll have a defend from here. We will have eerie noises, which allows us to push some more in the slow. And then we'll also have whispered guidance. So this is kind of like our Dahan gather. So with this, we can try to move these inland Dahan closer to the coast. maybe yeah, I just want to get some Dahan like into land number 2 if I can. We already have Dahan in land number 3, but basically we want to pair these two Dahan as well, and then once this jungle is cleared out, we want to start navigating those Dahan outward as well. Okay, so let's see where we want to do the targeting for that. So it needs to be in a mountain or jungle where I have presence. And next turn, I'm planning to go G2, bottom, bottom, and I'm actually thinking of putting both the presence in land number 3. So that being said, I think we should move. Wonder if we can move both of these to our land. Actually, that might have been a good play. Like if we had moved both of these to this jungle and also gathered this Dahan inland. But it's okay. Okay, so target land is mountain or jungle. Push 1 explorer and 1 town. So we already took the fear from that. I'm just deciding this land we can defend with R8 maybe. And then this land we could defend with Boon of Watchful Guarding. I guess this we could defend with Boon of Watchful Guarding, and this land number 7, we can defend with R8. And so do we just want to clear it out then? Just gonna push this guy over here, so if the beast do damage, both of these will be cleared out, and then this land will be completely cleared out. So the restriction was it has to be mountain or jungle with invaders. Okay. Actually, yeah, it's range 0, so I cannot target land number 2. Otherwise, I might have done it there too. Okay, yeah, that's the slow, so time passes. Okay, so turn 2. So what do we want to do this turn? So we want to keep rushing down bottom. We want to do G2. So let's grab both the presence from the bottom track. And we want to put this presence in a land that's going to be ravaging soon. So I'm actually going to put it in this sand, make it a sacred site. So it's going to build a coastal city. But with this 2 Dahan, at least I will like start chipping away at that land, like maybe destroy the city and an explorer. Okay, and the cards, so we have 3 card plays. And what do we have? Oh, I forgot to, when I did the G3, I forgot to take the 1 energy. That's why I don't have any energy. I was thinking, wait, how will we play eerie noises? So yeah, we did G2. Let's do our gain energy, and then let's choose all these 3 cards to play. Okay, so pay for them. Fast power phase. So with this one, Boon of Watchful Guarding, in one of target spirit's lands, defend 4. So we are targeting ourselves. And we are just going to defend 4 in this jungles up here. Keep it like this. And for land number 7, we are going to use our innate. So that would be instead. So it says instead. So there's only 1 fear and then defend 4. So let's get that 1 fear. And we have another defend 4 in this land. And since we are defending this land, I'm going to gather this Dahan in here. I guess I didn't need to push that. Okay, it's fine. Just trying to like group the Dahan so it's easier to move them around the board with our whispered guidance. Okay, so instead 1 fear and defend 4. Do we have any other fast cards? No. So let's go to the invader phase. So let's check what the first event is. Life's balance tilts. Okay, so let destruction have its way. So remove a beast and a disease. On each board, discard the top minor card. If it is fast, then add a blight. Invaders and the Han have -1 health this turn. The second part, aided by animal, says add a beast and remove a disease. For each board, discard the top minor power. If it's slow, remove a blight. Invaders and the Han have +1 health this turn. Okay. Do we have any animal? Or if we do, like how many? We only have 1 animal and our discard has 0. So we won't be able to pay for that. Because we literally have 0 energy and there's no way I want to forget this card to pay for it. So let's do the top. So on each board, remove a beast, add a disease. So let's remove this beast. Add a disease. Where do we want to add that disease? We could just add it to land number 3. Okay. So it won't build a city over there. We could actually add it to 2, but yeah, let's keep it in 3 for now. And then what else? Or we could put it in 5 too. That is also an option. But yeah, right now I just want to keep it in 3. Then discard the top minor power. So let's see what it is. So it's a slow. If it is fast, then we add a blight. So in this case, we don't add a blight. Invaders and the Han have -1 health this turn. Oh, that's good. Okay, and the bottom part says 1,000 small struggles on each board with 4 or more towns or cities and 4 or fewer the Han. So we don't have 4 or fewer the Han. We have more than 4, so that doesn't apply to us. So we need to remember that invaders and the Han have -1 health this turn. So that was the event. Let's resolve the fear card. So that's defend 1 in all lands. So this gets a defend 1, but that won't do anything. This is now defend 5 and this is defend 5. Okay, so ravage in mountains and jungle. So this land does get a blight. There's nothing we could have done for it. Nothing happens in the jungle. So invaders have -1 health from this. So this gets destroyed. And then all of this gets destroyed in the ravage. Nice. And then we build in the sand. So this disease goes away and they build a town over here. Land number 5. Let's see what the next explore is. So it's mountain with an escalation. So where do we want to escalate? I think needs to be in a land without towns. All these 3 lands have towns. I think I'm just going to escalate in this jungle. I could escalate in land number 7, but trying to... It'll build a city there then. Yeah, let's just escalate into this jungle and let's see what happens. And we explore in the mountains. Okay. So invader cards advance. So now we are in the slow power phase. So eerie noises and moving trees. So that says 2 fear and then push 2, and this is gathering 3 Dahan. If invaders and Dahan are present, then 1 fear. So the gather the 3 Dahan, I think we just gather these 3 Dahan into land number 5 that is going to ravage. It's 1 range away from jungles, and if invaders and Dahan are present, we do 1 fear. Okay. And then eerie noises and moving trees. So that's 2 fear. And then push up to 2 towns or explorers or a mix of them. Do we want to get this land under control? If it builds another town, so that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll be just enough for our boon of watchful guarding if we pay for it, that kind of defense. Or if we push some of this stuff out, then it'll be more easier to handle, I guess. So yeah, I don't know what do we want to push from? We could just stop this build itself. Push up to 2 explorers or towns. Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's just push this guy into this jungle right here. This land is going to be cleared out and we'll deal with that land when it comes up. So we are stopping a build on 7. Okay, that's all the slows. So let's do time passes. So turn 3, we just want to go ahead and reclaim. So that would be G1. So we gain an energy, we reclaim, and we get a power card. Again, I'm going for miners. So what do we have? We have land of the rights of the land's rejection, prowling panthers, roiling bog, and snagging thorn. Isolate and defend a non-element. Okay, I think that might be the pick for this draft. We also have set them on an ever-twisting trail. So this is also a gather or push and then isolate. So let's see what cards we want to play this turn first. So we did our reclaim. And so we did our growth. So let's gain energy. So we have 2 energy to play with. We definitely want to defend land number 3 and 5. So we can play Boon of Watchful. Actually, we don't need to play this card. We could just play Roiling Bog. So that says 1 fear and isolate and then defend 2. The downside is it says 1, the Han does not participate in Ravage. But I mean, it's still enough to defend this land and we'll still take out a town. So I'm actually going to go with this card. And this we can save for next turn to kind of defend our mountain right here. So let's save this. Let's play Roiling Bog. And let's play our Dahan movement. Because I kind of want to gather these Dahan out so that we can start doing damage to the land that is going to ravage. What else do we want to play? So we didn't place any presents this turn. Okay. So we still have one more card play. Next turn I want to do, on turn 4, I want to do G4. I mean G2, there's no G4. And complete my bottom track rush. So we could play Shadows of the Burning Forest again. And we need this defend for next turn. We could also play, can we play Eerie Noises? We can. Would help us push 2 towns or cities. Shadows of the Burning Forest is kind of like a gamble because it has to be a mountain or jungle for it to be effective. But I think it can still give us the 2 fear. So that's, yeah, I think that's fine. Whereas this is like any land, so it's definitively going to help us push stuff. So it's also 0 cost though. So what are we missing? So we have 2 plant, 2 moon. Just need a plant really. Yeah, let's save some energy. That way we can play these 3 cards next turn. So I'll play this. Okay. Okay, let's pay for them. And yeah, fast power phase. So Roiling Bog is saying 1 fear and then isolate. So let's get the 1 fear. It has to be 1 away from a sacred site. Isolate and then defend 2. And this is giving us a defend 4. So where do we want our defend 2? Let's do the defend 2 here. And then we isolate this land. And then 1 the Han will not participate in Ravage. So we can just add a reminder token for that. And then we also have our innate, so that is 1 fear and defend 4. So we will do that over there. And that is it. I think that's all we have in the fast. So invader phase, so it's not blighted, so we'll do the event. Population rises since it's healthy island, so add a town to a land with explorers or towns. Okay, where do we want to do it? We could do it in land number 3, and then this lone explorer would be left. That's fine, I think. Here Vandahan isn't participating in Ravage, so we need to remember that. Add a town to a land with explorers or towns. Okay, let's add it there. Okay, the bottom part says on each board add a disease to the sands or mountains with the most towns or cities. To the sands or mountains with the most towns or cities. Okay, so these two are tied. So let's add a disease here. I think that works out great. Add a disease to the sands or mountains with the most towns or cities. So that'll prevent a build. Then bottom says each spirit with at least 2 Dahan amongst all its lands gains 1 energy. So more energy, we like that. Okay. So that was a good event. Okay, so let's look at the fear cards. Defend 3 in all coastal lands. Nice. So this becomes a defend 7. It's still terror level 1. In each land defend 1 per Dahan. Sure. This becomes 9. This becomes... actually now that I look at it, we did not have enough defense in this land. So we got lucky that this fear card gave us some more defense. It's funny. And also, I didn't gather any more Dahan because none of these Dahan are adjacent to the lands that are ravaging. Is something to note. So defend 1 per Dahan. So this becomes a defend 4 now. So that's more than enough to stop it from blighting. Okay, so let's do the ravage and sands. So 4 damage. So 1 Dahan does not participate in ravage. That's in this land. So 4 damage kills those 2 towns. And so 1 Dahan is participating. So that 1 Dahan we are going to use to destroy this town. And then we build in the mountains. So nothing builds here. The disease goes away. Explore is wetlands with an escalation. So where do we want to add that? It has to be in a land without towns. So let's just add it to land number 3 since we already have a presence there. You can pull in the Han later if needed. And then wetlands explore. Okay, so slow power phase. We already did this. So 2 fear, we can push from mountain or jungle. Whispered guidance is saying gather up to 3 Dahan, and then if invaders and Dahan are present, 1 fear. So it's one away from a jungle where we have presence. So we could target this mountain. So let's do that. Let's gather up to 3 Dahan. And then if invaders and Dahan are present, 1 fear. So we are at terror level 2. And then finally, Shadows of the Burning Forest is 2 more fear. And then it's saying if target land is mountain or jungle. So mountain or jungle, okay. Push 1 explorer and 1 town. So in this case, we could push stuff from here. There is... I might have played this card wrong earlier, but I'm not sure. So target land needs to have invaders. So we are just going to target this land. Push an explorer, and then we're going to push the town to land number 3. Just group them up so that when ravages start happening, I can defend those lands and counter attack with the Dahan. I wonder if pushing it into 1 is an option. So 4 is also isolated, but it would still have explode. But yeah, it already had a town in it, so it was going to explode. Yeah. Okay, it's push 1 explorer and 1 town, so it's not a condition. We have to do both. Okay, so yeah, time passes. This turn we want to do G2. So complete our rush down the bottom track. Where do we want to place our presence? I want to play Mysterious Abductions. And then that should let us stop a build in this land. So I think that's strong. Okay, let's see. Then we are playing these 3 cards. Is that the plan? Right, because we did G2. So okay, that does help us hit the 3rd tier of RN8. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah. Let's gain energy. Let's pay for these cards. Let's go into fast power phase. So what is the first thing? Let's do Mysterious Abductions. So 1 fear and 1 damage in a land where I have presence. So that would be this land. Boon of Watchful Guardings. So we don't really need to use it. I mean, sure, we can double defend. Can defend here. So it is in 1 of target spirit's lands. And how much are they doing? So they are doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually I might need both the defense, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could pay an energy and then use my innate in a different land to pull some Dahan in. Yeah, I like that plan better, I think. So let's pay an energy to make this a defend 8. Or do we just defend here and that's fine, and then this we'll deal with. Okay, instead 3 fear and defend 6. Let's gain the 3 fear. Where do we want that defend 6? If I defend 6 here, it'll be enough. And then this defend 4 isn't really doing anything for us. This is going to build a city. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to pay an energy. Make this a defend 8. And then we will do our defend 6 in this wetland from our innate. And that will allow us to gather at the Han there. Okay, so that's all the fast powers we have. See the event. Still a healthy island, so add a town to a coastal land adjacent to a coastal town. Add a town to a coastal land adjacent to a coastal town. I mean, sure. Let's just keep building up the sands, maybe. Then destroy 2 among land with beasts, so we have no beasts. Added the Han to a land with the Han and no beast or disease, or no blight or disease. Okay, added the Han to a land with the Han and no blight or disease. Sure, this works. Let's add the Han to land number 6. Yeah. Let's do our first fear card for this round. So it's terror level 2 now. So each player adds a strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Then each invader takes 1 damage per strife it has. Strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. I think that works for this land because let's add a strife to this mountain. Then what is it saying? So each adds a strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Then each invader takes 1 damage per strife it has. So this takes 1 damage. So it's at health 2 now. Okay, and this is saying each player adds 2 strife in a single land, not matching a ravage card. 2 strife in a single land, not matching a ravage card. I can see an argument for 6, but we are defending it and we'll clear it out. So I'm going to add those 2 strife in our sands over here. Okay, so that was the fear. So let's do ravage in the mountains. So this is defended 8. So we are doing 4 damage. So that's 2. And that is 2. And nothing happens here. Build in the wetland. So this land builds a city. Okay. And let's see what the next explore is. Mountains, jungle and sands. Okay. Okay, so back to the slow. So now we need to do 2 fear. We can just rush to terror level 3 and that should win us the game. So there's 2 more fear cards left, right? So that's 8. Actually, we just need 2. So we need 6 fear and we should be fine as long as we take the city out. But it's going to build a city in 3. Okay, let's see how we want to deal with that. So it says 2 fear and then push 2 explorers or towns. So where do we want to push the explorers or towns? So this will generate, so our innate will generate 3 fear, let's say. Maybe 5 fear if we plan it right. Let's just say 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have enough fear to get to terror level 3. And then jungles and sands are building. And can we deal with land number 3? We deal with land number 3 in the Ravage. I think that should be enough to win the game. Do I just try to stop a build? So I got the 2 fear from it. Let's push to explorers or towns. Wetlands are ravaging. Could stop a build in 8. Yeah, let's do that. If we play Mysterious Abductions, it'll stop a build here too. Okay. I was tempted to push something from here. I don't know if that's the right decision or not. But yeah, we're just going to go with this for now. So let's do time passes. And now, since we have no cards in hand, we are kind of like forced to do the reclaim. So G1. I also see a win condition, that is rushing the fear and removing all the cities on the board to get to terror level 3. So let's try and do that. So G1, so we gain an energy, we reclaim, and we gain a minor. Don't have enough energy for majors, so I think this is too slow. Adding Badlands, this is not good. Territorial strife. Renewing boon. So choose a land where you and target spirit both have presence. Remove a blight. I don't think I'm going to end up playing any of these cards. Still need a 0 cost if I need to play something. Maybe moon. I'm just going to gain territorial strife and see what happens. So we have 4 card plays this turn. Let's gain energy. 2 energy and 4 card plays. So we want lots of defense, but I guess we'll get the defense by playing, by maxing out our innate. We definitely want some Dahan movement. So Whispered Guidance, what do we want? Mysterious Abductions, I'll keep it out because it stops a build in this land for us. It's important to note that we only have one energy left. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So defense 6 should be enough. Can we max it out? Let's see if we can max this out. Play Roiling Bog. Okay, what are we missing? We are missing an air. What if we play it like this? This can be a reclaim loop for us. Just max it out. Defend 12 and 5 here. Plus, it lets us push a bunch of stuff and more fear. Yeah, I'd like that. Okay, let's pay for it. Fast power phase. So let's gain 5 fear first. Then we can defend 12. I'm going to defend in this land. Gather this Dahan out. So this is another defend. So I'm going to use this defend 4 in this land number 3. That can help us gather the Dahan out. And then Roiling Bog and Snagging Thorn. So it's saying 1 fear, isolate, and then defend 2. So 1 fear. Actually, do we just win? I think we just win because we are in terror level 3. So isolate and defend 2. So we will just isolate this land again. Defend doesn't really matter, but that helps me get the Dahan out in case. Let me add this right there. Okay. And that looks good. Rest everything is slow. So invader phase, let's see what the first event is. So it's still a healthy island, so add a explorer and town to a land with towns or blight. So it's add 1 explorer and 1 town. So let's add it to the mountains here. Just because we don't plan to deal with any of it anyways. It's just going to sit there. What else? Destroy 2 among land with beasts, so we don't have beasts. And then finally each spirit with at least 3 Dahan amongst its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim 1 card. So we don't care about the reclaim, but we will gain an energy. Don't care about the reclaim one because we kind of just go into a reclaim loop at this point. That 5 fear is just enough to even push for a fear victory, I think. Yeah, that's it. And then let's go through our fear cards. It's terror level 3, so each player may choose a land with Dahan or adjacent to Dahan. Invaders do not ravage there this turn. So that's kind of like anti effect for I because we want lands to ravage and Dahan to fight back. So I'll just choose land number 5, sure. Does nothing. Each player may gather 2 explorers or towns into a coastal land. Let's gather out this guy so it stops a build. And then each player removes up to 3 explorers or towns from a land not matching a build card. Removes 3 explorers or towns. So that would be from mountain or wetlands really. So we are just going to choose mountain. It says we're 3. Just remove this town and 2 of these. And it's remove, not destroy. Okay, so we did the fear and then we ravage in the wetlands. So defend 12, so 3 Dahan are doing 6 damage. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's defend it 12. So I think that's game. All of this just dies. So yeah, that was a terror level 3 victory with Eyes Watched from the Trees against Prussia 6. So yeah, I really liked the way this build worked out. So this is the build we followed. So turn 1 we go G3, turn 2 we double grow from bottom. So all of this is from bottom. I guess I should write that too, from bottom. But yeah, we really need to focus on these zero cost cards. I think picking up, where is the zero cost? Yeah, Shadows of the Burning Forest was a really good draft early on because it's on element and it's zero cost. So it means we can easily hit the different tiers of our innate. And then we'll be generating a lot of fear. And let's see how many invader. So we won the game on turn 5. And let's see how many explorers. So there's 3 explorers that would have still come up. So we still had time to kind of play more. But yeah, that's a good game. And again, shout out to Red Revenge for his Eyes Guide. It's definitely, yeah, it really paid off. Like going for those 4 card plays. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I play 5 cards? I think I goofed up there. Let's, yeah, I played 5 cards on 4 card plays. Okay, that's my mistake. Let's see if removing this does anything. Yeah, let's just say I did not play this card. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. You only have 4 card plays, so I shouldn't have been able to play this card. It wouldn't have mattered because these 4 cards still let me max out my innate. But yeah, I'm glad I caught that mistake. Only have 4 card plays. But yeah, in a different video, I kind of want to explore the other major build for Eyes in which you kind of go for the top track and see how that plays out too. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for joining, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.